Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to another reaction to another Falling in Reverse reaction. So, my resident expert who comments on my Falling in Reverse songs and requests more is, and I'm very, very grateful. I appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. You know who you are, and I just want. And Dave suggested I do this one. Carry on. Apparently, from what I was told, I don't know anything more about it than it was a song that did not get onto an album they were doing. And I want to say off the top of my head that it was around, 2017, 2018. It was something like that this was released. It was 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. And not released, it was, I don't know, written or whatever, but, or the album, I think that it was, that it didn't get on, came out in something like 2017, 2018. But the song itself, I don't think they classed it as being good enough to get on, which is a surprise because I can't imagine in this kind of newer set of songs that Ronnie's doing, that Falling in Reverse are doing. I can't imagine them having a bad song, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll have a look at it and I'll give my honest opinion. Now, obviously, I've come out with a theory that I think it is. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but this is what I think, what I'll think, and I'll just go with it. And of course, you will be able to later correct me or give me your opinion in comment at the end. Anyway, we're going to get into it now, and we'll see what. I'm not even going to try and guess what we're getting because I don't know. I'm giving up trying. They always surprise me. So let's go. Okay, so we're getting like a choir effect already. Yeah, I'm sorry about my throat. My throat's still messed up, so I've still got a cold and that. So I'm not going to be able to hit any good notes. Not that I could before, but even if I could, I can't now. So, but I'll try not to sing if I can help it. Anyway, carry on. You know that? Promise you'll stay strong. Very subdued. That bit. Okay, I'm getting like an EDM feel. Okay, that's good. No problem with that. That's fine. I like the visual already. Very bright, nice big red space outfit. Spacesuit. It's got you see reflection in it. We've got particles going past as well, so it has got some movement on it at least. That's good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and I think this is going to showcase the song better anyway. I do like the start of it though. To say this thing, I'm not saying that it's not gonna, that it's gonna be amazing, but I like the start. It's good. It's catchy. Whoo! Did you hear that note? Bring me back to life. I can't. Life. I can't do it. It's like, because the thing is, Ronnie's got this head note that can go high anyway, like a falsetto, but he doesn't have to actually reach up there with his throat. It doesn't have to switch as much to come down. It can kind of just blend down. And it does. If you just do that, it just goes, and it just drops. I like to say I can't do that. That's just pure voice control. That's a lot of voice control. Okay, so what did he say again? Sorry, got distracted with that note. I'm here to say goodbye. No spell or prayer you try will bring me back to life. Fucking note. Okay, I'm here to say goodbye. No spell or prayer you try will bring me back to life. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me whip up a theory. Okay, so this is what I think. I think this is, if this is it, this is nice. So I think this is Ronnie speaking to the fans and people that support him and care about him. But I think he's saying like, This is how he is with him moving away from his old side. Because if you remember, in the drugging me is sorry, with losing my mind, losing my life, and drugs, it was focused around there being two of him, like dark haired him, which seemed to be him now, and the light haired him, which seemed to be like the darker him, and so there was a kind of a separation, and I think this is what he's talking about here. I think this is him saying, look, I'm here to say goodbye to you guys, because this is the last time. You're not going to see this, because this was in past, of course. This was a few years ago. So I think this is him saying, look, I've got to get rid of this side of me. This side has not gone well. It's not turned out well, and it's time for me to evolve into something else. So I'm here to say goodbye. And I know there's some of you that would rather we just keep this status quo, keep it safe, don't rock the boat kind of thing, better devil you know. But we can't do that. I've got to move on. And for those that that don't want me to, there's no spell or prayer you can try that's going to stop this. I have to move on from this. So, this nothing will bring that back. I'm now going to evolve into something else, and we're going to see how this. And we're going to, see how it goes.
Don't follow me, follow me. So look me in my eyes. Sing me lullabies. Hold me till it's time. Don't follow me.
Yeah, so basically, again, it's saying like, sing me lullabies. It's going to end. So sing the lullabies. Hold me till it's time. But I'm gonna move on. Don't follow me. This is my path to follow. This is my path to walk. It's not a path that you need to walk. You can be there to help support me. You can be there to be the thing. If I start to feel weak, somebody I can lean on. But there's only one person who can walk this path, and it's the person and that's me. That's Ronnie. Me. I'm the only one that can walk this path. So don't follow me. Don't try to. It's not your path. But just support me. Just sing the lullabies and then say goodbye, and let's move on. And let's see what we move on to, what we evolve into.
Hold me till it's time. Don't follow me, follow me. Gravity don't mean that much to me. Now I'm floating near the atmosphere. No shackles on my fate.
So gravity don't mean that much to me. Now I'm floating near the atmosphere, no shackles on my feet. I think that can link to a couple of things. Like, of course, jail would be the obvious one. So you've got the shackles. He's out now. He isn't in jail anymore. He served his time. So now he's out. There's no shackles on him in that respect. But I think it also means how he's shackled to his old life. Shackled to the old him. There's no shackles on him now because he's moving on. He's letting go. He's taking those shackles off that connect him to his old life. So even though, yes, it happened, he's not going to deny it happened. He's got the scars to prove it. But it doesn't matter. He's not going to let that be who he is anymore. It's not going to let that define who he is. So even though, yes, it happened, he's not shackled to it anymore, and he's free to move on and evolve. And so that's what he's going to do. He's going to, he's just going to now move away and see where it goes, I guess. And again, by the way, there's a lot of going off in this music. I don't know if you picked up on it, because it's like, if you listen carefully, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of little tracks that are being put together and blended really well. There's a lot happening in this song. It's a lot of care in this song. There really is. I'm not saying there ain't in any of their songs. All the songs are really good. They're really good. But I don't know. I just seem to be picking up. Maybe I'm just picking up on it more here. But there's little noises and little ambient notes and things like that that keep coming in and going out and being blended in beautifully that you don't notice first time. This is kind of music where you'll listen through it again and again. And you'll notice little notes that come in and they're only there for a couple of beats or whatever, and then they're gone again. There's a lot to this. Somebody spent a lot of time putting this together. Oh, I like that. Sorry about that. I'm sorry it clicked. It just I pressed spacebar and it just kept playing it. Don't know why, but I enjoyed that. Listen to how the yeah this listen how the music drops out for the and carry on, and just gives you that beat, that reset, and then it comes. The music just slides straight back in again. It's beautiful as it's done since just hits back again. Get ready for break. And then boom, straight back in again. And it was a lovely little reset that way that just did that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. I know I may already be gone, maybe already gone. Just promise you'll stay strong and carry on. And I think this is him saying that mentally he's already moved on because he realizes it has to be done. You know, it's gonna have to be done on a larger scale so everybody sees it and knows it. But in his own mind, he's already gone. He's already in a different life. He's already evolving. He's already moving forward. He's already looking at things differently to how he looked at them. But the thing is also, I think he's also saying is, but what you've got to realise is people who won't let us move on. And we've seen this in losing my mind, losing my life, and drugs. We saw that he spoke a lot about how people don't believe him when he says he's changed and moved on now, and he don't really care if people are going to hate on him and that. But I think this is just saying, you know, that in my mind, I'm already gone. I've already moved forward. I've already evolved. But when everybody else starts seeing it, when it starts to become common knowledge, you've got to, you know, we'll get a lot of hating. We'll get a lot of people who don't believe us, who don't want us to move on because they want to keep persecuting us and reminding us how bad a person we are, and how bad a person I am. But we're not going to listen to that. We're going to stay strong and we're going to carry on. You know, the hate will come in, but we'll be fine. We just keep supporting each other. We keep being there for each other, and we'll be strong. And we'll just carry on to whatever this goes to whatever this evolution I'm going to step into, that I'm going to do, wherever it leads. We'll just stay strong and we'll just carry on, and we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. That's kind of, again, that's just how I feel. I love this drop. Beautiful. Well, I like that little drum thing there, that reset. Again, we're going for drum reset. That one nice how that was done. Then music comes back in. Listen. Reset. And it's chill. See, it comes in with that kind of just softness. After just that very much electric, you know, with electric kind of notes going off in the chorus and that, and all drums and that, then you just get like this softness. It's nice. West Ham. Let me just say this before I say anything else about lyrics. Ronnie has this amazing way, this amazing cadence he has, or a way of inflecting a note and things, that that lifts a word out to you, or sometimes to lift a whole line out. It's like he just lifts. He'll like sometimes just raise a note, like going to a higher note, and sometimes you think he's gone too high from the note he jumped from, but he makes it work because that's the control he's got. Or sometimes he'll just put more power into end of a word and make all the other words around it pop. And it's such a skill to be able to control your vocal to that extent, where you can just change the sound of a certain kind of word or a note or something, just and make everything pop round it. It's just, can't praise him enough. Anyway, let's carry on. Let me go back. Sorry. See, well, oh, I've explained it. But yeah, so I don't miss the way it hurts. A blessing, then they were poor, so I'm guessing that's a question. A blessing, it's a curse. For better or for worse. Okay, I think again that's talking about his old life. As in like, we have things in life that are like an addiction or something we enjoy. And at the time, it can be a great feeling, it can be a great high, it can be a great emotion, whatever. But the problem is that too much of it, or eventually over time, it can start to have a detrimental effect. And then it stops feeling good. And it becomes more of a burden. And sometimes it can hurt. And then what was once a blessing, it's now a curse. Because there was a time it felt like a blessing. So you say, a blessing? Yeah, it were. But then now it's a curse. Because it's gone on too much. And that can be how you look at yourself. You know, you look at yourself as like, you can't look at yourself good anymore. So, you know, or it could just be like something you do that it was nice at the time, but eventually turned into a kind of bad way, and it's become more of a curse to you now. So you know, you don't miss it when it's gone. And if he's moving on from that life, then whatever this thing was that was at one point a blessing but now a curse to him, that's gonna be gone. So he doesn't miss the way that'll hurt, because it hurts now, and he won't miss that when it's gone. Lovely. And then of course we've got the don't follow me, because he's saying to people, don't follow me. This is not the life for you. You know, it was a curse to me in the end. This isn't something you need to, because of course people can follow they become a fan of somebody and they try and emulate them. And he's saying, look, don't follow me. Don't be what I did, because don't be the person I became. It's not a good thing. It hurts. And it's a curse. You need to be away from that life. Don't even start that life. So don't follow who I was. Okay, again, lovely vocal. But, so we have, like a child I have learned, everybody waits their turn, like a phoenix I will burn. Well, that, to me, again, going along that same line, you know, everybody, like a child I've learned, everybody takes their turn. I think that means, like, everybody has a turn at being able to change, to evolve, to become something else. And a lot of people, they'd rather just stick with the status quo. The kind of, I'd rather stick with the devil I know than the devil I don't, because it can be a very scary thing, changing your whole life. Because we have the paths that we can see. We have the people who we kind of think support us or who do support us. And we have the paths and we know where they're leading, because this is where our life is. There's nothing, you know, we kind of have an idea because we've already forged our paths. But when we burn it all down and rise like the phoenix and evolve, it's no longer like that. It's like an abyss. There's nothing there. We've got to reforge the paths. We've got to forge friendships, maybe new friendships. Maybe some people won't want to be friends anymore, so we'll have to lose some friendships and reforge others. We'll have to lose some fans, but maybe gain others. The point is, it's not knowing. It's just this expanse. But everybody gets their turn to evolve, whether they want to or not. You can look at your life and you may think, no, I'm happy with who I am, and so you don't. But there's going to be times when you stand there, you look in the mirror and you say, look, I've got to change. And then it's a case of, are you motivated enough to do it? See, with Ronnie, he's motivated enough now to need to rise from the ashes like the phoenix and change who he is. But the thing is, you can't follow him, because this is his path. You may feel you have to change, but you will not change into his path, because you have to have his past to follow his path, and you haven't, only he has. So your path will be different. Even if you rise like the phoenix, even if you evolve, your evolution will be different to his. So don't follow me. Don't look to evolve because you're trying to follow me. Don't look to burn your past you down and rise like the phoenix. If you think you're going to be on the same path as me, because you're not, you can't be. So don't follow me.
Like a phoenix, I will burn. Don't follow me, follow me. This isn't it, I can feel my breath slowing. And my heart is beating quicker from the pain of not knowing.
And so, this is it. I can feel my breath slowing, and my heart is beating weaker from the pain of not knowing, which makes sense. As I said, it's like an abyss. You basically as you burn they hold you down. All the paths, they burn away with it, and it's just this abyss that's in front of you with no paths, nothing. You don't know who your friends are going to be. You don't know if you're going to keep your fans. You don't know if the people are going to like the new you. You don't know anything. So it's scary. And like you said, it's like, it's the pain of not knowing that makes it so people daren't kind of evolve. They dare not move forward. They dare not become something else. It's because that can be scary, just not knowing where you're going to go, or even if it's going to work. Do you really want to give 100% of everything into being a new you if it doesn't work because there's nothing to go back to? And that's again what Ronnie's doing here is saying, look, it's time, and it's scary, and it's I'm going to do it, but this is it, but it's scary for me, and but we're going to move forward. We've got to, because this is where my life is. I cannot carry on with the life I had. If I'm going to make anything of my life, I've got to move forward. It's kind of a no-brainer for him. It's not like it's much of a choice, because the path he was on was completely not good enough for him, and it was destructive, and it would never have worked out in a good way. So he had to change, but that doesn't mean it's still not scary.
I can feel my breath slowing, and my heart is beating quicker from the pain of not knowing. Still kiss me on the face and wipe the tears from your eyes. It's goodbye. Don't follow me.
And of course, again, just say goodbye, because nothing's going to stop it. We already saw that no spell or prayer is going to stop this. There's nothing that can stop it. And the time's come. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to evolve. So, give me that kiss on the face and wipe your tears, because I know it's scary for you too. It's scary for all of us. We're just going to move forward and see if we keep what this magic we've got. We're going to be strong, and we're going to carry on. But we'll see where it goes. So, but again, just don't follow me. This is my path. It's a scary path, but it's my path. I think we're going to go back into the chorus.
The tears from your eyes. It's goodbye. Don't follow me. Every day don't mean that much to me. Now I'm floating near the atmosphere. No shackles on my face, and I know I may be already.
That drummer's really going for it. I love him. He's really doing well. And keyboards are coming in nicely. Like I say, there's a lot going on in this song. I'm sure others are hearing it too, but there's a lot going on in this song. What it reminds me of, it's like a painter. Like a painter where you've got like normal painters that'll just, I've got to do a blue sky, so they use a couple of different blues and that's it. You always get them like that are crafters, that take it one step further, that will use about 8 different blues to blend together to make the perfect sky. And they do this with everything on the picture until they've painted this beautiful picture that is precise to what they need. This is what I see for Ronnie. Ronnie's like, he isn't just a singer and somebody puts the music together and all like this and mix it. I think he's involved. I don't know if he's involved in that, but I'm guessing he is. He seems to be involved in a lot on it, which is great. And but there's a lot of pride in this. There's a lot of pride in his music. This isn't somebody who's just a musician or just a singer and a musician. This is somebody who's a crafter. This is his craft, and he's crafting not just a song, but something special. And all the things have to blend together, just like blending all the blues for a sky and making it perfect. He does the same. He'll blend many different sounds together, and even when all these sounds are there, he'll still listen and think, this is missing. Let me put this in. Let me put an ambient sound in. Let me raise this tone here. Let me move this in here, and a bit of EDM, a bit of electric, a bit of electric notes in here, and that kind of thing. And it's just all comes together and he mixes it precisely so that when you're listening to it, you'll hear a lot of things. But then if you play it back, you'll hear a couple more things because there's a lot happening. There's a lot of layers in this song. I keep saying that, but I can hear them. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's layers even I'm missing that I'd have to really listen carefully for. But damn.
Now I'm floating near the atmosphere. No shackles on my fate, and I know I may be already gone. Just promise you'll stay strong. Carry
There's a lot going on here. That guitar's coming through now and starting to kind of pull back on some notes. So I'm trying to explain it, but it's like certain notes they just play out and then pull back on them. It's and there's a lot of little layered things coming in. I can hear different things.
determined by the scars. Death is like a one-way ticket to a distant star.
That's true. You know, who we are is determined by the scars. It just is what it is. That's. There's no way you can get to who you are without being built by many different things. You'll be built by your environment, your family environment. You know, whether you've got one parent or two, whether you've got brothers or sisters, whether you've got, even if you've got pets, you know, and then your friends. What kind of people are your friends? Are they kind that like to get in trouble? Are they kind that actually they just like to chill? You know, all these things build up who we are. But with people who have a harder life, then it turns into scars. And these scars, weirdly enough, they're terrible at the time, but they can sometimes be the catalyst that turns us into something beautiful. We can grow into something really beautiful from the scars that we have. And as we've heard Ronnie saying, like, losing my mind, losing my life, and drugs, he keeps kind of repeating the thing of, look, I am happy with it. I'll take my past. I'll own it. I don't care. You know, I admit I was there. I did it. I paid for it. You know, I'm not saying I'm proud of it, but it's who I am. Even that with his mother in drugs, well, not his real mother, but who represented his mother in drugs. And he was saying, look, I don't want to change anything. I don't want you back. Because if you came back and I'd had that motherly contact, I wouldn't be the person I am. It would change me. My scars would be different. And I couldn't be who I am right now. You, even though you wasn't there for me, you're part of the reason that I am who I am. And even though it's a bad thing I had to go through to get here, I'm still going to accept it, and I wouldn't change a thing, because who I am now, this way I've evolved, this evolution I've gone through, I finally started to find everything. I finally started to move on and get my life into a place that I really enjoy it. And that how can you say that he's wrong to have his attitude he's got when the scars he has can create such a beautiful song like The Jug in Me Is Reimagined? You can't deny that he brought beauty out of them scars. So, yeah, we are made up of scars, of the scars we have. And, of course, death is, when we took this distant star, we are partly made up of stars. You know, because, bit of a nerd thing, when Big Bang went off, not all the elements that make us, or the things that make us up as a human, were actually there at the Big Bang. It was actually when stars, you know, kind of destroyed, and that some of the elements got into the kind of sludge that made up who we are. So we are actually made of stars. It might have been over millions of years, but we were made of stars. We are made of stars partly. So yeah, that's quite cool.
Death is like a one-way ticket to a distant star. With
Nice drums. You've got to love that when he does that kind of thing, when he brings them notes out, powers it up, just lengthens it out, and beautiful. And that drum that's keep doing them drum roll and just keeps it going. And the ambient note keeps coming in and out, just boom, boom, beautiful. And we've got that anthem kind of feeling song again, like a vast, like you see us singing into a vast expanse. You can hear it better there, how it sounds like he's singing into a vast expanse. It's, you know, you hear it better in that second part. That little pause as well. Just listen to that. That lovely. It's just little things like that just carry beat. You're just following drum, and then also it's just a little pause just to throw you, and then drum snaps in again. See? And then it leads straight back into just like pause, and then there's a hit at drum, and then music comes back in with it. It's so precise, this. I keep saying that, but it's true. There's such precision in how this has been put together. This has been blended together. This is amazing work. This is amazing work. It's been mixed amazingly. Just promise you'll stay strong. Your voice there just kicked in. I can hear something there. Did you hear it? I tell you, there's so much in this song. There's so many layers in this song. It's incredible. I keep hearing it. Every time I think I've heard it, not heard everything, I'll hear about 5 more different things. This is crazy. Oh, I'm guessing that's it. Wow. That was a journey. Whew. I mean, I could try and kind of compare Falling in Reverse to other groups, but it's something I don't really do because I think every group has its own personality, and I don't like trying to say they like this, they like this. But to be honest with you, I can't think of many that they are like. I up till recently, when I did my first reaction, I think the Jug in Misery Imagine was my first reaction, and since hearing of that, I'd never heard of Falling in Reverse before that. Not that that means they weren't famous, but I'm just saying I'd never heard of them. I have listened to rock music a lot in past, but I'd never heard of them, and now they've become my one of my top three favorite rock bands. They are amazing. I've not heard anything bad. No, this didn't make it onto an album. I have no idea why. There's a lot of care being put into it, but I don't know why. It's amazing. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's just, and again, I could be wrong, but I hope I'm not, because I think it's such a beautifully, a beautifully motivational kind of message. Like, look, things got bad. I know they got bad. I've got the scars to prove they got bad, but it's time to change, and I'm going to change. I'm going to burn that. I'm going to metaphorically burn that past down and then rise from the ashes as something new. But the cost of this, the price to pay, is the past I had. The cost is the scars that I have. I have to have these for me to rise from the ashes, for me to become an evolved person. I have to have this pain. So it matters. I don't want that with my mother to change. I don't want that with the jail or past to change. It was bad, it happened, but it's put me where I am now. It gave me the scars that allowed me to grow and become something better, to evolve. And I think that it's just saying that, you can say that for everybody. If things are bad, I know it's scary. But if you're leading down a bad path and you know it's a bad path, it's a path that's going to hurt you eventually. It's going to stop being a blessing, and it's going to be a curse. So if you think it gets there, take the risk. Show faith. Rise like the ashes. You'll not rise. You'll not be able to follow Ronnie's path, because that's his. You'll have your own path, and it might be scary, but it's got to be better than what you've got. In Ronnie's case, it had to be better than what he had. And thankfully, it seems to be. It seems like he's in a greater place. And it's wonderful to see, and I hope it carries on. And like you said, it doesn't matter. We'll have our haters. We know they're there. We know we've got the people who don't want us to move on and won't let us move on and keep reminding us of our past and keep judging us by it. But hey, we'll stay strong and we'll carry on. We'll be fine. Don't worry. So there you go. That's what I'm going to leave it there, because I could go on. I could rewind. I could start this over again, and I could point out even things I hadn't even pointed out yet, and speak even more of the lyrics and point even more out of the music. There's so much to this that it's impressive, and Ronnie's vocal is sweet. It's so nice. It's so nice. I could go on for a long time about his vocal, just only that. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to go. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, and it does help apparently. And if I'm wrong and you know what the real story behind this is, then put it in the comment. If you agree with me, then put it in the comment if you wish, or if you have your own theory. But I think that one I've come up with, it may not be right, but it's a nice one. It's a nice, wholesome kind of theory of being able to evolve and move on. And I think people need to realise that is a possibility, and Ronnie's proved that. So I think it's a nice, wholesome one, which I like, and so I'm going to stick with that one. And if you want to make any suggestions, of course, the contact details are in the description, which will tell you my Twitter and an email you can get in touch with, or you can put it in the comment if you have anything else you want to react to. And so anyway, remember, you can subscribe. Click the subscribe button, press the bell. Doesn't make a noise. And even if it did make a noise, it wouldn't make a noise as nice as Ronnie, because he can make better noises. So it won't make that noise, but feel free to press it anyway. And I will see you next time. So you take really good care. Love you all. Bye for now.